welcome back to Review Crew. I'm Justin.
I'm Madeline.
And today we're reviewing the trailer for the new A24 movie, ZOLA. Enjoy.
Hey, last month I went dancing at this cute spot in Florida where my roommate's girl made like 5 G's a night. Because of my
We just met yesterday and you're already trying to take hoe trips together?
Be ready by 2.
You want to hear a story about how me and this bitch fell out? It's kind of long, but it's full of suspense.
You want to go somewhere with me?
That's my face, shut it so bad.
Dear Heavenly Father,
Niggas.
we are asking you a special prayer today. We asking you to send us niggas.
Shut it so bad. Oh, this nigga.
Send us niggas with culture.
That's my
Send us niggas with good credit.
What brings y'all here?
We making shmoney.
Money, titties.
From here on out, watch every move this bitch makes.
This bitch with a nappy ass hair was up in my face.
Word.
Y'all want to trap?
Okay, wait, hold up.
Do not trip.
I got you, girls. A real nice spot.
This is messy. You are messy. Your brain is broke.
Is this what you came here for, Zola?
Do it look like I came for this?
Look at all this money you made. I'm so proud of you.
I don't fuck with you. No more.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
That's my face, shut it so bad.
I came to dance.
No, we're done with that.
Why you on my Twitter? Why you on my Facebook? Why you on my Tumblr?
Why are you DMing me? Sis, why are you tagging me in photos? You don't even fuck with me.
Sis.
Let me know.
Sis.
Let me know.
Yes,
Let me-
sis.
So we're here to review the ZOLA trailer. I think this movie looks really neat.
Well, I watched the trailer without having done any like background research, just for fun, and I was like, oh wait, like I need to know, because it's based off of a Twitter thread, and I like got down this crazy like rabbit hole of trying to like research what actually went down, and it's like the Twitter thread is like 148 tweets or something like that.
How many characters go in a tweet?
Well, it was different back then. I think like 140.
Oh, okay. So 140 times 100.
Yeah, something like that. But it's like reading Homer's Odyssey.
Please elaborate. How is...
Just like so many things happen, because like the first line, which is the first line of the trailer, is very telling of what's gonna go down, because you know already. It's like, it's very literary. You know that something bad is going to happen, but you don't know what, and you're introduced to all these characters who are very suspect, to say the least. You're going down to Florida. Florida's not anywhere that I'd want to be, like really ever.
Florida man.
Florida. So then, yeah, and like, it's just crazy because she ends up going to Florida to get money for stripping, and like accidentally ends up in like a sex trafficking type deal.
Yeah, shoot.
But doesn't like, yeah, and she didn't know that, of course, and she goes with a stranger.
Right, so the story, like they meet, right? Like they met like the night before, and they plan on like going to like this one strip club that like they heard is gonna like pay like a lot of money. Isn't that like the plot? I think that's what I got from the trailer.
Yeah. So that's basically what happens, and then this girl, the blonde girl, Jessica, like,
who
has
seems
this
like the more like unhinged one.
Yeah, definitely unhinged, really unhinged, and she also has an unhinged boyfriend.
Oh, do you know who plays the boyfriend in the movie? Because I saw Nicholas Braun, who's really great in Succession, and Coleman Domingo, who's in Euphoria.
Yeah. No, I forgot his name, but he seems like a character. He was like, we're going to get some shmoney, just some white trash white boy.
So that's a Nick Braun. Yeah, he's really funny in Succession, and I'm excited to see him in that movie. I think he plays a pimp.
Yeah, and so, like just I don't even know how this movie will be able to show everything that has happened in these tweets.
Sure.
It's actually crazy.
I haven't read the Twitter thread, but I remember just hearing about this movie coming out based off like this crazy Twitter thread of like these two girls going on this insane adventure.
Yeah.
Full of suspense.
Full suspense, definitely. And I'm just curious to see like, cause definitely from the trailer, it looks like really funny and like interesting.
Definitely.
So I'm curious to see how it's gonna like tackle looking at sex work and also like the dark sides of sex work too, because she ends up being in a really horrible situation where like the pimp basically in her tweets makes this like Jessica, the one blonde girl, like have sex with all these men while her boyfriend sits there and watch.
Ooh.
Because the boyfriend like screwed up like this one deal, so he just makes him watch. He's like,
tough.
nah.
Yeah, I really got to read that Twitter thread. It sounds pretty nuts.
You need like
but
footnotes.
I also don't really want to spoil the movie for myself, though. You know.
Well, it's movies are fiction, dramatizations.
No, yeah, but I feel like going into the movie like knowing the like least about the story would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess to each their own.
Yeah, yeah.
But I also looked at the Twitter of the girl who wrote the thread ZOLA and her current Twitter, and she's like really excited about the movie.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and she like has the like movie poster as like her Twitter banner.
Sure.
And is like, we're going to Florida this summer.
No, that's really cool that they're like giving the original creator like the spotlight, and they're giving her like a chance to like promote her own story. Because like, that's crazy. Imagine you just write something and it just ends up getting adapted into a movie, and you get like a screenwriting credit.
Yeah, no, that's
crazy.
like, it's so crazy. And I think it's cool because I feel like a lot of other movies about like strippers or sex work are kind of whack. I know like Hustlers face some criticism about like romanticizing things, or like they're stealing money from men and like doing things and don't really show like, they kind of glamorize things and don't show that it can really be like dangerous, and they're like, oh, fun, like we're getting money and like being sexy or whatever. But I think that this really might be something that encapsulates like everything and also like comes right from her perspective, and it seems like she's been really involved in it.
Sure,
which is cool.
It makes me think of like the Florida Project, because that's like one of my favorite A24 movies. And it seems like the color palette of this movie, like it looks like kind of like that, like really pastel-y, like those like warm colors of like Florida. And like the main character in that movie, she is like a sex worker, and like it's kind of like we were talking about, like seeing like the darker aspects of that kind of work, because it really impacts like her relationship with like her young daughter. So I think that's definitely a theme like in these movies that they want to kind of like work on and tap into.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely made me think of the Florida Project too. So I wonder like what twists and turns are gonna happen.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited to see it. I'm sure it'll be like, it seems like a perfect summer movie. Like it seems like it has like thriller, comedy, like a bunch of like different like staples of like summer blockbusters. I hope it's like really successful, and that people like go out to see it over the summer when like theaters reopen and stuff.
Yeah, I hope so. And I think it's cool because it's like a whole entire movie based on just one Twitter thread, which like, I don't know, people, I guess would be considered as like lowbrow.
Yeah, totally.
Or something, but like actually like, it was very enthralling. It drew me in by the first line. That's like, I don't know. It was so cool.
It's a really well cut trailer. The woman who's directing it is like her first time, or directorial debut. I think her name is Jensica Bravo. So,
yeah. I saw like she tweeted something, and she was like, I had to go into like the meeting with the producers and try to like convince them to like let me write this and direct this.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So she wrote and directed it.
Yeah, she like co-wrote it, and yeah, it's a huge like, I use this word sparingly because I think people like will throw it around, but I do think it may be a cultural reset.
Ooh, wow.
That's
big.
That's big.
Yeah, I definitely think it'll open up like the pathways for like stories like it to be told, and I think if this movie's a hit, I'm sure all the A24 and like indie producers will have their eyes on Twitter trying to find like other stories on there.
True.
Yeah.
And I think like the most interesting stories are the ones that like don't have to do with like famous people and stuff like that, or just like, I don't know, I think the best things that I read are like crazy stories from people on like Twitter or TikTok that will just like be saying some stuff about like, oh, this thing happened to me.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, no, it's like raw, kind of like uncut experiences. Like I think that's what this movie's like tapping into, is like just like a very real, grounded, like human experience, which you don't see often. I think like the Florida Project is like really taps into that kind of mode.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Yeah, I'm sure TikTok. I'm sure a lot of like our favorite TikTokers will be could be movie stars in the future.
Except for Addison Rae.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's gonna be the first one.
No.
I mean,
yeah,
for better or for worse, she
better
probably
or
is
for
gonna
worse.
be. Yeah, she's already a pop star.
Bro, I can't. But no, it's cool. Like Twitter threads. Twitter has been a moment. I've been on Twitter for many years of my life, which is crazy to think about. It's so crazy, but like, I don't know. There's something about that site.
Oh yeah, something about those characters.
Something about those characters. And I also think it's cool because it's like specifically like a Black Twitter moment that's being made into a movie.
So I think it's safe to say we'll both be seeing ZOLA when it comes out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it comes out June 30th, so definitely go out and see it. Theaters, I think theaters in like New York and most of the other states are reopening gradually, so yeah, definitely go see ZOLA on June 30th. That's all for this week. If you want to follow more Review Crew content, go to the Review Crew Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, as well as Orange TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and YouTube.
Find the Review Q's podcast on Spotify or on our website at orangetvnetwork.syr.edu, where you can also find our blog and more OTN information.
See you next week.